I'm speaking to Sakshi on Slack.
No worries. We have kept them engaged now.
It started.
Started.
Yes. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you, Deeksha ma'am?
I am good too. Thank you so much for asking. What a great session we've done today. And look at the number of participants we already have got, and they're waiting.
Yes,
Good.
someone wants a 6, someone wants a 6.5,
Hello,
and
ma'am.
someone wants an 8 plus. So they're all waiting for understanding the tips that we are going to give them today. So what say?
2021. Yes.
Oh, 2021. Yes. So, yes, for today's session, we are going to let you know all the surprises and all things that 2021 IELTS has for you all.
In store for them. Yes, absolutely. And we want to start to begin with Manisha ma'am from LeapScholar, one of the senior trainers here, and I, along with her, Deeksha Kapoor, we are going to get to you. We're going to take you through to IELTS, the tips, strategies, and recent questions. And ma'am, what is towards the end?
Towards the end, we have a special surprise for all the students. Are you all looking for a special surprise? And do you want to know what that special surprise is for you all? Yes. Type in the comments. We want to see, we want to know what you all are looking for.
Can you guess? Can you guess what a surprise could possibly be that we have for you, which we are going to share with towards the end for all the test takers who are looking towards taking their exam this month and next month?
I think we'll have to wait for them to respond.
Let them brainstorm. What do we have for them? I'm sure they have so many expectations from us, but we have the best for them.
Of course. Yes, let's see. What is it that you're waiting for? So many of us, we have Pragat Singh, then we have Jashan, and we have so many others in the session today, Smita, and we have Syed Hadi, and Rudram, Jarupala. So, okay, let's see. I think they're all still guessing what is it that we are going to bring for them today. Okay, so if you all are going to, if you all want that, just type yes in your, at least if you want it, just type the yes in the comment sessions. Just type yes. So by that time, we'll start with the session. Yes,
ma'am. Time they are thinking, so ma'am, let's start with why IELTS. Why?
Yes.
So today we are going, I'll go back to my previous slide, Inside IELTS 2021. Here we are going to be sharing the tips, the strategies, and the best plan we have for them. Let's start. So ma'am, why IELTS? Why IELTS?
Why IELTS? I think that everyone is aware that why we take IELTS. It's an international English language testing system that is required for certain specific cases, like you want to study abroad. So if you are looking forward to study abroad in native English speaking countries like Australia, New Zealand, Canada,
UK, yes.
USA, Europe, to the countries. So if you are looking forward to studying these countries, you must take the IELTS examination. And of course, work, there are many people who want to settle in certain other countries like Canada and the US, and of course, all of these countries. So even in that case, they have to have an entry or a certificate that you know or you have a proficiency of language or the English language skills. Hence, you are like, it's kind of an eligibility.
Yes, so eligibility criteria to enter that country. Yes.
So you need it for, if you are looking for studies. So studies could be UG studies, your bachelor's, it could be a PG study, it could be master's, it could be research, PhD, whatever you are looking forward to, or it could be a diploma course or any course but for every course you will require an IELTS band.
An IELTS report, yes. Test report form, TRF.
And to settle down, so work or settle down. Oh yes, some people also travel to these countries only for specific work. They may not want to settle over there, but of course they would want to go and have certain work experience, and they may want to return to the host country. So even in that case, they may require work, study, and to settle down. So these are the main reasons for which you may have to take an IELTS score.
After that, We have these band criteria that we must attend to. So like for example, students, they want somewhere between 6 to 7 bands, which means 6 means competent user and 7 means good user. However, people who are planning to settle down abroad, they want 7 plus bands. So for them, I think they need to plan ahead, they need to prepare efficiently, appropriately, to be able to score that much, right, ma'am? So 9 is the highest band score. Manisha ma'am, I lost you. Yes.
9 is the highest. Yes. So the 9 band states that the person is an expert user. So expert user does not mean that all native speakers are expert users. So even a non-native can be an expert user. So it doesn't mean that an Indian or any other non-English speaking country, any person from a non-English speaking country will not score a 9. That's not correct. Even they can score. So that means they are an expert user of the language. So you could be an expert user of language, maybe in listening, reading, or even in speaking. Yes, students do score. So yes, it's possible. Just
by following the right strategy in all the 4 modules, I think we are already there, right? So it's not really tough. It is actually very simple. Yes. So let's understand how simple we can make it for you. That is why we are here today.
Yes. Perfect.
So ma'am, how much time should one take to prepare for IELTS? According to you?
We already have a question. Someone who's asked that how to score 8+ overall in IELTS within 1 month. That's what Syed Hadi has asked. Yes, truly, that's what he's asking is correct. That IELTS preparation does not take a month or maybe a month and a half. It doesn't actually require you to prepare anything for a month and a half. However, you need to have a roadmap to your preparation. You need to know how you have to go about. You need consistency. You need rigorous practice, and you also need follow-up on your own scores. That what you scored today and what went wrong and what you need to work on. And then as you keep improvising, of course, within a month and a half, anyone can score the desired band. I'm talking about the desired band. So it could be like, a person who is already at 6.5 and 7 can score an 8, and a person who is at 5 may be able to score a 6 or a 6.5. So it completely depends on the proficiency, but in every case it is like a month and a half with rigorous and consistent practice.
So I would like to add one point here, ma'am, that we need to have real expectations from ourselves. So I can only set expectations when I know that I stand at some level in my English itself. So for that, we would, ask our students to take this IELTS progress check, which is like a diagnostic test, which one can take to see what level of English they are at. Yeah. And accordingly set their expectations of the bands. So it's not like that I cannot talk very well in English, however, I want 9 bands. So that would be unrealistic.
Yes. And that's unrealistic expectations. And when they don't, you don't score accordingly, then of course, then there is demotivation and everything taking place. So first, you all can take a progress check, as Deeksha ma'am has already mentioned. Go to the official website of IELTS, take a check, what is your level at the moment. Are you at 5? Are you at 6? Are you at 7? And accordingly, if you plan your entire 1 month, you will easily be able to score a level, definitely a level beyond what you are already getting now. What is next? What are we going to talk about next?
We're going to talk about the modules now, ma'am. So after the student has taken the assessment of themselves and they know where they stand, now they're going to plan. So ma'am, we have 2 courses for them. We do 1 month course and we do 2 weeks course. So the students who are learning at a slow rate and they want to give more time to themselves, they can enroll for the 4 weeks course. However, the students who have an exam earlier, they have already booked it and now they want a quick thorough or a revision and quick tips in the classes, they can come and join us for the 2 weeks course.
2 weeks course.
Yes. So now coming to the modules, the 4 main modules in the IELTS exam are reading, writing, listening, and speaking. This is the survey which was done, which says that writing is the most challenging module, in which students, test takers scores minimum scores. I mean, they are also very upset with that. Why does that happen with writing, ma'am?
It's actually in India, we are not so used to writing. Students are not so used to writing properly. And of course, because it's not our first language, we generally tend to write it the way we speak. The problem is that when we talk about an IELTS writing, it's a formal writing.
Yes,
And what we speak is semi-formal to informal. So
informal.
what you
Yes,
speak cannot be written as you speak. So most of the times it's like, I covered all the 4 parameters. Ma'am, I covered all the 4 parameters. Means I wrote on the task, I used proper connectors, I used means my grammar was fine, and I did use vocabulary also, but then I did not score as I should have scored a
yes,
7.
yes,
But it
yes.
could be that they have just written it the way they speak, and that's not
Mhm.
what language written skills are. So
Yes,
most of the time, so if you look at this graph, you can easily identify that majority of the Indians, they fall in between 6.3. So it's likely that you will find out of 10 you may find at least 7 results which fall under the bandwidth of band scores of 6 to 6.5. That's just
yes,
the reason because we are not so used to it. And all the test takers, they don't come from language backgrounds. All
yes,
the test takers, you all come from, if you just tell me yes, correct, if I'm correct, please type
yes,
this in the chat box and let us know if you all agree with us that it is about some are engineers. Engineers don't need to write like an they won't come up every day or every month and write an essay or
yes,
an
yes.
article. Of course they are thorough in their own subjects, but
Long, long gone those days. Yeah, when people used to actually write and read novels. So that is not happening now. So that is why we lag behind in the reading, writing skills mostly. And there is more. We'll come to that. So to start with writing, there are two skills. One is active skill and one is passive skill. Writing, however, is an active skill which requires continuous practice. We need to
correct,
be writing something, ma'am. What is
correct.
something that I can write every day to improve on my writing skills? One thing that, yeah, you would guide your test takers towards that.
Yeah, something that you want to write every day in order to improve, you can take up snippets, whatever you see around you. So this will help you to elaborate also, whatever you're writing. The problem is that we make statements, but we forget to elaborate on the statement.
Elaborate.
Anyone who
Yeah.
has watched the previous videos will also identify that the students make just simple statements, and then
Hmm.
they get to support those statements. So that's a problem that appears even in the speaking test. So it's all about elaboration. So what you can do is you can just take up a scene, something that you see around you. It could be like, I have a flower pot over here, or I have a planter over here. I would just look at it and I'll start describing it, and right, why do I have it here? So let's bring up why, what is it, why is it, how is it,
How is it?
is it
Description.
descriptions, right? So just the way you do it in speaking, you can just pick up your pen and paper and just start writing a couple of
Writing.
lines on
Yes.
whatever you see around yourself. This will build an habit of writing, and
Writing. Hmm.
they can when they come across the writing section, they won't feel overwhelmed, and they will be easily able to write. So
So
I
I'd like
think
to ask, yes, I'd like to ask our audience, what is one thing where they lag in writing? What is one challenge, just one challenge
one
that they
challenge of
face,
yours.
while writing something, or understanding a question, or when the question is there, one thing that they face that they cannot write or they cannot overcome. They've been practicing for long. What is one thing? Would like to know from our
Yes,
audience.
we would like to know. We would like to answer your
Like,
questions. We are
yeah,
not here
yeah,
to just tell you everything. We also want to know what's something that you feel or you're facing and you would want to share with us.
yes.
So
And what is
keep
one thing which has brought you
here.
here? Yes, to be with us.
Yes.
Task 2 is identical for both general and academic.
Yes, it is identical. So they don't have to like separately do something. Just the first task is different, but task 2, when you come to us, it remains the same.
Oh, ma'am, these are,
Can we go back to the previous slide for a minute, for a
yes, yes,
second? Okay, yes.
yes.
Band descriptors, you have to, yes, follow the correct procedure, proper structure. Yeah, why is it challenging? Understanding, development, what is it? Okay, so that let them answer that. By that time, we can go and discuss the next slide.
Yes. So these are the recent questions, ma'am. We have gathered from our students, from our pool of students who have recently taken the test in February, March, and the end of March. So these were the main topics which have been repeated over and over. So this first one is about we don't read newspapers any longer, yeah, and we just get all the information over internet. So and then the next question, which had just come yesterday, was talking about exercise. People don't get enough exercise these days. What are the reasons? What are the solutions to that? Just yesterday, one of my students, our students, has posted that she got this question, which was also discussed in the class recently. So that made her absolutely thrilled that thankfully she attended the class. So, yes. Manisha ma'am. Okay. So these are some recent questions which we would be discussing. We do discuss in our classes, and we talk about the tips and the strategies and the right way to deal with the question. What is it that you face as a challenge while you are writing down? What is one challenge we would like to know and we would like to answer? Ma'am, this question on exercise had just come yesterday. Ma'am, you are not audible.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday I remember that we were having a session and in one of my batches, and
Yes.
we were discussing the question on the topic was related to the second one. Here it says health experts claim that walking is the best exercise. However, people are walking less on a daily basis.
Mhm.
It was slightly similar, but a slightly different. The topic that we
Hmm.
had was slightly different. So
Hmm.
the topic said that that we had said that nowadays people living in the urban towns or the cities, they do not get enough time to exercise. So what are the causes and what are the solutions to it? That was the question yesterday.
Hmm.
We brainstormed, we discussed a lot, and we had one of the students in the class who was going to appear for the test today. She had a
Okay.
LRW today,
Yes.
and the best part was it that she got a similar or
The
almost the same
question.
topic in the
Yes.
exam today.
Yes. And she was absolutely thrilled to report that she got the same
Yes,
question, and nothing better than that. Can it be, ma'am?
exactly. Yes. See, so you all should know that all the educators at LeapScholar, they are updated with what is coming up now. And I think you're all here in this session today just to understand what is in there in 2021. So I would like to say here that if you are willing to practice for 2020, if you are targeting 2021, then what
Hmm.
you must keep in mind for writing is that you must keep in mind the trends that are going on. So if you
Hmm.
look at all of these three
Question?
questions that were asked in 2021, they are all based on the similar trends. For example, here the first one says that no more and more people no longer read the newspaper. I believe this is the trend nowadays. Everyone knows that people are reading news on the internet and they don't watch
Yes.
TVs or they don't
Yes.
read newspapers. So this is a current trend.
Yes.
Next one is again health experts claim that
Exercise.
walking is, but people do
Yes.
not.
Yes.
So I think this is also very commonly observed in the larger cities that people don't go out. They are all leading either a sedentary lifestyle or they're so busy with their work that they are not able to balance everything. So again, that's a common trend.
Yes.
Third question says that in some countries around the world, men and women are having children at a later age than in the past. I believe that everyone would agree on this, that this is a trend nowadays that people think that let's have children at a later
Later
age.
age.
So
Yes.
what are the reasons for this development? What are the effects? So if you see, so if you are targeting 2021, make sure that you are updated with current trends, so you do not have to brainstorm for your ideas. You can discuss with your peers, you can discuss even at home, or you can just go and read on all of these topics on the internet. You will get a lot of idea and you'll be able to easily
And
write these things,
yes.
right? So that's the hack, the tip for the day for writing.
Reason.
Stay
And ma'am,
updated.
yes, there was this recent tip from British Council
Right.
newsletter, which I have subscribed to, and they recently they have also mentioned that the same topic. However, they present the question in a different form. So, for example, this question, health experts claim that walking is the best exercise. Yeah. So the topic remains the same. However, now here, because it's problem and solution, this question can come in a discussion form, or this question can come in the opinion form, that do you agree or you disagree. So generally,
Exactly.
topic remains the same. However,
Yes.
IELTS twist it and change the question form. So that also what IELTS does to check your
Right.
literary skills, language skills, that you have understood the question or
Correct.
not, or are you just reading what you read online and are you just writing, blindly. So we have to also focus on understanding the 4 types of questions. It was there in the newsletter that IELTS does that. They do
Correct.
that. They change the question
It
form.
does. It does. It does that. It has been, so more or less they remain the same. So this was asked in March. This question was asked in March. April they have repeated the question on health with a twist.
With
So
it.
you
Yeah.
have to just go, just check on the internet what are the topics going on and what is going on in the present
And
times.
and
Right.
planning,
So that was the top clue for
writing.
planning. Of course, planning is important. Important in writing. Without planning, you're not going to write a good essay. That's definitely true.
Okay, ma'am. Moving.
Yes. So that's
Reading.
writing. Moving to reading. I'm not able to see any questions. I don't know. Diksha ma'am, are you able to see any questions?
Not really. I can see that a lot of people are here with us attending the session.
Yes.
However, nobody is asking any questions.
Exactly. That's what was happening to
Lazy
me. So I've not
Saturday?
been
Is
able
it a
to
lazy Saturday today?
Yes, could be. Yeah. No, we have got it, I think, but then we missed it because I think it didn't get refreshed.
Oh,
Okay, we have a lot of people who have answered our questions. I want to start. Okay. Yes. So yes, we'll take passive sentences, expandation, ideas, vocabulary, lack of ideas, spelling mistakes. These are the challenges that we asked for. So someone said grammar. Veena Kumari, you said grammar as GRAMMER. So your first challenge is to correct the spelling of
telling you.
grammar, which is GRAMMER.
AR.
Grammar never has an E. So first thing is that you correct your spelling over here. Linking the ideas, vocabulary ideas, I guess complex structures, passive voice, and sometimes the way we write. Spellings, how to judge our written things and the right or the wrong. How to judge your written things as right or wrong is basically that you identify the question type and then you identify whether you are answering. So it's a question that you have. So the question is asking you to discuss both the views. So you have to ask yourself, did you discuss both the views? Are you writing positive aspects of both the views? If it is a problem and solution, are you addressing the problem? Are you giving a solution to the problem? So it's very, very simple. You just have to identify the question properly.
Yes.
Analysis of where we are lacking, lack of ideas, how to judge our written work. Okay, ma'am, will you please take a minute? Okay, thank you, Yeti. I think we were not able to see the questions.
Yeah.
To judge our written things. Sunil Patel, I have just mentioned, and you can go and watch our previous videos where we have discussed writings in detail. So go and watch our previous videos. Ma'am, tell me about tips on reading. I'm actually reading mostly. I do find location, but my answers go wrong. I think because of understanding. That's correct, Manisha. That could be the reason. I can't find easily answers. People. Okay, now we come to reading. I think they
Now we
have
come to
all
the
come.
yes reading section. Yes,
So
ma'am.
let's
As
go.
it is
Yes,
displayed on the
yes,
screen
let's.
already. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
passive skill. It's a passive skill means you need to practice reading by doing reading questions, by doing reading passages, by understanding the meaning between the lines. It will never be clear. So what plays an important role here is to improve our vocabulary and our grammar and our understanding of a text. Yes, ma'am. Want to add on
Yes.
something here?
Yes, so reading skills is all about you must master skimming and scanning, mostly scanning, because
Yes.
80% of the times in
Yes.
reading, you will be scanning for the information. So like many of you said that you are able to answer, you are able to find the location because you have scanned it properly, thoroughly. But now the problem is you don't get the answer because you did not paraphrase it properly. So the next skill is to paraphrase it. You must understand. So if you want to understand paraphrasing skills, you pick up a question, you pick up a sentence, or you pick up anything that you talk about around you, and then you should start saying that okay, in how many different manners can I talk about the same thing? So I'm saying, oh, she's
Absolutely.
beautiful. So if
Yes.
she is beautiful, what are the other ways of saying that she is beautiful? Oh, she's pretty, she looks gorgeous. So these are all paraphrase sentences, more or less talking about the same thing. These are simple things. So
Yes.
whatever you're reading, so improve on your paraphrasing skills. And apart from that, you should practice daily, because we said that there's only 1.5 months for you. So you cannot just sit there laid back and think that, okay, I'll
No, you
procrastinate,
should
that I'll do
actively
it
do it.
tomorrow. Today I'll do this, tomorrow I'll do that.
Oh,
Please
oh.
do not do that.
It has to be
Make a regular
one test every day, one reading test every day, every day.
Yes.
So first assessing that where I need more help in the reading section, in the listening section, and writing. Although if your test is very close and if you're planning to book it in 1 month time, so I think one test every day is mandatory. We should not take a back seat. We should do it every day. So some are asking that, what about part one? I think writing task one is not as important as writing task two. It is way less. However, we would discuss about that more in the classes. Here we
Yes.
are focusing more on writing task two is because students face difficulties in task two, essay writing.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. So here Ashna has a question. She's asking, I scored more than 33 in reading when I practiced, but it ends up with 6.5 in the actual exams. And she's taken the exam not 2 times, but you should say that I took the exam twice. I expected around 34 on the last attempt. Yes. So Ashna, we would say that, see, there are various factors that could be affecting your scores. First thing is, when you are practicing, the timing of the practice. When do you practice? So you might be, waking up early in the morning when you're best and you're refreshed. And then you
Yes,
might be taking up.
yeah.
So you're scoring the best. However, your exam time may be afternoon, and afternoon may be your nap timing. So if you are used to taking a nap during your exam time, however, so there could be a reason that your timing of the examination and your practices do not match, and that can have a mental effect on your writing, on your practices.
Yes.
First thing.
Yes.
Second thing is that the pressure of the examination sometimes make people feel that you are you're not in the best of your the way you're attempting the test. So that could be one of the reasons. Third reason be, yes,
I think,
ma'am,
yes.
Yeah.
Another reason that I see in most people's writing scores right now, they think that they have scored very well. However, it does not appear the same when they take the exam. Could be not using their answers, not writing their answers in block letters. So when you are submitting your answers in freestyle and not taking care of the punctuation, so sometimes one answer is written with small and the other could be written in capitals, which is an address or which is a name. So what we do is we are only checking, okay, I know the answer. However, the computer does not take it like that. In English language, punctuation is very, very important in all the languages. So one tip is to always write all your answers in block. Do you write your answers in block? How many of you only practice by writing their answers only using block letters?
Block letters ensures precision, because as just ma'am just said that if my name is Manisha and you have written my name all in lowercase, then
Yes.
it's an incorrect answer.
It's an incorrect
You have to write my first letter M capital, Puneet, like Puneet, your name is Puneet, and you cannot write all in lowercase.
In
you have to write
lowercase.
the P capital.
Answer will be
These
wrong.
are small things that you have to
Yes.
consider while you are doing the reading and the listening test. So certain tips like this. So do a lot of, and of course, apart from that, always make sure that you are analyzing whatever you have prepared. So for today, you did a test and you scored, let's say 30 in today's test, but then you did not go back and check what was wrong or what questions you did attempted wrong, why were they wrong. If you do not go and check on all of these, then there could be a situation where you're not improving on your scores. So do make sure that you are analyzing every test that you are practicing.
Yes, ma'am. And only reliable source to practice is one and only Cambridge. Only one and only Cambridge. Please, there are so many websites, IELTS this, IELTS that. But I don't think we should rely on any other
For
website.
practicing, of course, it is always the Cambridge book. So just go
Right.
and trust the
Yes.
Cambridge books. Yes, anyone who's enrolling at LeapScholar gets the entire
Cambridge
Cambridge set
material. Yes.
for practice. Yes. So as study material.
I also figured out from my
And
letter, which I received from British Council, was that it was mentioned that most of the passages come from these sources. So I think we should get
yes,
into the practice of reading articles on these websites. That will help us
right.
understand the vocabulary and grammar already. No? Is it? Is
Anyone who's, yeah,
it?
somebody was asking, Jarupula Teja Pawar. Okay, how to improve easy essay writing and vocabulary. Okay, that we have discussed. And Ashima was asking, how can I improve my vocabulary if I read many articles and passages? NewYorker.com, WHO, The Guardian, and BBC. These
BBC.
are the passages that you should, these are the sources from which you should make reading habits. They have amazing vocabulary, sentence structures. Just read them in detail, that how a sentence has been put up and how a vocabulary was used.
Ma'am,
So
these
that's
websites, yeah, these websites have already set that vocabulary bar and the grammar bar.
yes,
The standards are
exactly.
already set, which are followed in the IELTS
Yes,
exam. So it's already there. So this is like a shortcut to your passages.
yes,
Okay, ma'am, should we move to the next skill now? Listening.
yes, please. Yes, listening. I know everyone loves this section. All those who are preparing, they have never I have never come across anyone, like, means I do have, but then it's very rare that I come across people telling me that, ma'am, I have a problem with listening. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of time. If you started your practice today, you may not get the answers, or you're just trying to understand the format of it. But however, after a couple of days, they get a hang of it, and listening becomes really, really easy. And it's very rare that they have an issue with this. One thing that we would like to say, that if you're not understanding if you're not understanding the accent, yes, ma'am, I don't understand the accent. Sometimes they speak in such a speed that I
Yes.
don't get certain words.
How
So for
how to
that,
do
you
that?
need to make a habit of listening to all native speakers. How to do that? It's very simple. You may not like to read books, but you may like to listen to audiobooks.
Audiobooks.
Nowadays audiobooks have become so
So
popular.
popular.
Any book you want to read, I know you don't like to read, many of you don't like to read, you're just here to crack the examination. So just pick up any book that you thought, or you've heard that I should read. Just pick up the audiobook of it. There are so many people with different accents, and you just can listen to them and can
How to
identify.
take out time, ma'am? I don't have time to listen to an audiobook. When should I do it?
While you're traveling on the road, or while you're just about to sleep, people have a habit of going through the internet and just scrolling and watching different things and YouTube. So instead of that, they can just pick up an audiobook and listen to the audiobook and have a wonderful night's sleep. Isn't that so amazing?
While also doing jogging, maybe one can put on their headphones, or running, jogging, walking,
Home
doing
chores,
workouts.
all the home chores, you're cleaning, cooking, anything,
Yeah,
you can just podcast, go to TechTost, go to Spotify, go to Ghana.com. They all have podcasts. Just listen to them. Listening, it is permitted to write answer like this. Road means one teacher gave me advice that we can write like this for 2 to 3 times. No, you shouldn't write like this. This means that either road is correct. So even if you have written road, that is correct. And even if you have roads, that means it is correct. It means both the answers are correct, road or roads. But you shouldn't write with a bracket. You should write
no, yes,
your
one final answer.
Don't do
And
that, Manisha. This is only for you to understand the answer key, that both are valid answers.
ma'am, some people are asking, some people are asking, can we write reading and listening both in blocks? Yes.
Yes.
Big yes. Big yes.
Yes.
Because
And
they are
it's not that we are saying that. It's not we who are saying that, but it is IELTS that say that
say that.
Should. How to do
Follow.
IELTS reading without passage? Scanning skills, Sheikh, learn the scanning skills. And if you learn the scanning and skimming skills, join our batches. We have the 2-week courses and we have the 4-week courses. We'll teach you. We have one session dedicated to reading techniques. So you'll learn the reading techniques, and I'm very sure after that you'll not have a problem with scanning and skimming. Am I correct?
I have a question for you. color. What is the correct spelling of the word color? Which one should I choose?
Yeah,
For
tell
eyes.
us what.
Okay, yeah. I think we should ask them. What should be the right spelling of color for IELTS? I am confused. I am generally confused, and my students ask me, ma'am, what spelling to use? C-O-L.
What is the right spelling?
C-O-L-O-U-R. What is the right spelling according to you? Quickly.
What's the correct spelling of color?
There are some
two
confusing
different
words.
spelling.
Yes, there are some confusing words like that. Color, honor, that accept two spellings. Organization with a Z and
Smita has
organization with an
written
S.
C-O-L-O-R. Abhishek says
Oh my God.
C-O-L-O-R.
So we have mixed responses.
C-O-L-O-R.
We have mixed responses.
Color.
Ma'am, are they all correct? Who are correct? Can you spot who are correct?
Who are correct? Who are
You-
correct? Who is correct? The one who are writing C-O-L-O-U-R or the one who are writing C-O-L-O-R? Who are correct? Actually, you all are correct.
You all are
Whether it
correct.
is C-O-L-O-U-R or it is C-O-L-O-R, both British and American spellings are accepted by IELTS. So you need not worry about it. Both are correct. Honor, yes. Jamuna, yes. C-H-O-N-O-U-R,
Correct.
because that's
Yes,
how they
yes.
are. You.
Yes. However,
Yes, Masu.
I'll say that whatever spelling you follow, whether the US or the UK, you maintain that throughout your test. So you
Correct.
follow one
Yes.
throughout your test rather than swiping or juggling between sometimes this, sometimes that. So both are correct. Follow one throughout. Awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
That was so interesting. Okay, so that was about how which spelling is correct. And yes, we also have a question on in listening that we have a problem with spellings. I did come across a student yesterday who was telling me, ma'am, how do I learn spellings? So how to learn spellings? I would say that yes, Deeksha, ma'am, would you like to give any suggestion on how to learn spellings?
Ma'am, I would say that they should start reading books, children books, reading. What could be another way to improve spellings? I mean, basic spellings also, children like, they are confused.
See, basic spellings in listening. In listening, the answers are mostly factual answers.
Yes.
Like you don't have to you think of a different word and write. If it says that the park is open on dash, that means if you need to write Tuesday, it's just Tuesday. However, you need to know basic spellings like the names of the months, the names of the days, dollars, pounds. These are basic spellings
Basic
that
words.
everyone should
Yes.
know.
No.
So you cannot write spellings. Like, for example, grammar is a basic spelling, and writing GRAMMER, you have to
Yes.
work on that basically.
Ah.
It's
Keep your eyes open.
right?
Keep your eyes
Yes.
open. Keep your eyes open. Watch. We can start
Keep your
watching
eye-
because we
Yes.
spend so much time, ma'am. We spend so much time on OTT platforms like Netflix and Amazon and whatnot. And why, we can just start watching all that with subtitles. Read that, keep our eyes open clearly. I think that's
Yeah.
one way to improve simultaneously multitasking. English listening bhi ho raha hai, and then spellings also, and then improving English also. All
Yeah,
in one.
when people say that don't use subtitles, rather I say you have subtitles because
Yes.
that will allow you to
Yes.
identify whether the what
Yes.
word was spoken. Sometimes
Yes.
you mismatch on the words. We can
Hmm.
use storybooks and news feeds. Exactly, Yankee. Reading is the best, but if you cannot read, these are basic things that you should do. So always, whatever you're watching, keep the subtitles on for at least for some times. So after you have understood the things, then you can stop the subtitles and just try to.
It's up to you. But yes, it's nothing wrong. Yeah,
Not
it's
in the
nothing
first
wrong.
step. That shouldn't.
Yes.
That is not the first step.
It's nothing wrong with watching something with subtitles on. What's wrong with that? I think it's improving you. Abhishek is asking how to do IELTS reading without reading passage.
Oh, that I have already mentioned with scanning. We just asked him that why don't you start scanning? And if you really want to know how scanning is locating the exact key phrases from the question.
In the passage.
First of all, you select the key phrases from the question, go to the passage, find out in the passage where exactly these phrases were. These all phrases should be in a similar position. They should not be scattered throughout the passage, because you will find every key phrase in the passage. But it shouldn't be that I got one word in the first paragraph, the second word in the third paragraph, and the third word in the other paragraph. That's not scanning. Yes, scanning is that all the keywords that you found in the question, they should be there in the passage, right in one sentence or maybe maximum in 2 sentences.
Manisha,
That's where your entire answer is located. After that, you should rephrase, and after rephrasing, you'll get the correct answer. Yes, Deeksha ma'am.
I forgot asking our students, do they know that the questions are in order or they are not in order? Are they in the order?
Do you know that? Yes. Do you know that the questions and reading are in order, or anachronistic?
Or they're scattered? Or you just have to go back and forth? Do you know they're in order or not?
Abhishek, that could... Grammar classes, spelling of grammar, first of all, needs to be corrected. And after that, Dipali, you can join Saturdays. We have the grammar sessions. You can join our Saturday grammar sessions, which are live on YouTube. However, we would train on all the 4 modules.
They are mostly in order. A lot of students are or test takers or people who we have here are generally...
No, Jamuna, they are not in order. I don't... Yes, it is in order. Yes, you are all correct. Those who said that they are in order. Yes. It is mostly, I would say 99% of the time they are in order. However, you should always be ready for a surprise in 1 or 2 questions. But 99% they are always in order.
Ma'am, now they're waiting to start with the speaking. I saw that in the chat, a lot of people were saying speaking, how to improve speaking. What are the tips for the speaking?
So speaking as in 2021, of course, we have a surprise for you for 2021 speaking. But before that, we have certain things to tell you that if you are practicing, if you're going to appear for 2021 speaking, yes, as it's an active skill and you must meet all the requirements like the pronunciation, the fluency, the vocabulary, and the grammar. All 4 criteria have to be met. And it is all about practicing. So what should they do for practice?
We have a solution for them. We allow them, we make Telegram groups, ma'am, in LeapScholar. We make Telegram groups for them for every batch. So they have like a lot of people to connect with. On Telegram, they can find a partner, they can find someone, coordinate the times. People do that. And they tell us in the classes how well it has helped them with vocabulary, with ideas, and overcoming their fear of talking. Yes.
And we are coming up, do you know, Deeksha ma'am, that we are starting something new from the next week?
No, we don't know. Can you tell me? I am excited as well.
This is such an interesting thing that we are beginning next week. We are starting certain peer-to-peer sessions, sessions, and these are specially formed for those who feel shy, who are not confident, who feel I won't be able to speak. The one who says, ma'am, I'm not to elaborate and I don't have the confidence to speak. I know I can, but I don't have the confidence to speak. Or go in front of a teacher or an examiner, I am just blank. So these are specially designed for all those people who feel any of this. So do join our Telegram community. That's IELTS Prep community on Telegram. And there we have this peer-to-peer sessions where these peers are trained, or we have, trained them to be the moderators of it.
We also have an app, and it is amazing. IELTS Prep by LeapScholar. It is an app. They can download it. They receive daily notifications, word of the day, quiz of the day.
Don't miss your strikes.
Yeah, I think they just can download it on their Android phones and they can explore it. They can
don't miss your streaks. Yeah, you do get. So do join us. We have ample of things to offer you. To at least join our Telegram community, where we have this free speaking sessions with the mentors and with the peers, with lots of activity within them. So do join them. Yeah, so this is what they should do. At least we have given them a platform to prepare. Yes, it requires a continuous practice, and when you listen, so as when you're doing the listening skill, at the same time you'll also improve on your speaking skills, because you're listening to the podcast, you're listening to how they are pronouncing the words, and that will help you to improve on your pronunciation for speaking as
Absolutely. Very important part, pronunciation, pronouncing well, and ideas, and when they start listening and reading those books and TV shows, suddenly the ideas start flowing. I think what
yes.
better could it be?
It's the awareness. It's the awareness that they get for so many so many places. Yesterday even I was going through. I'll trust me. I go through. I am a regular. I am a person who reads newspaper regularly. So
Yes.
yesterday I was going through one topic, and it was based on one of the essay discussions that I had done in the class for problem and solution.
Classes?
The
Yes.
entire article was based on that, the wastage of food and food management in our country. So there was a topic in which that a lot of food is being wasted nowadays. So what are the problems or the causes and the
IELTS
solutions?
also asked this question. Yeah.
And when you read, when you watch, it's all about building your awareness, and that's how you're able to build up your answers.
I think they should challenge themselves for 3 days. 3 days they're going to do this activity every day, whether it is reading, whether it is
Good.
listening to a
Are you
podcast.
all ready to take this challenge?
Yeah, are you ready to challenge
Let's give
yourself?
them a
And the
challenge.
fourth day, ma'am, I guarantee they will see a change in their personality, whether it is inflow of
So let's then
ideas.
give it as a challenge. Are
Yeah.
you all ready to take the challenge of podcast for 3 days?
Maniksha, it's not an app store. It's only for Android users. I'm sorry. It's only for Android users.
Yes. How to score 8 band in speaking without saying single word in cue card? You cannot score. Abhishek, I'm so sorry, you cannot score if you
My
do not
God.
say a single word in cue card. That's completely irrelevant, illogical. It cannot happen. So
My God.
you're
Okay,
asking that.
moving on.
That's okay. Yeah. Fine. Yes, ma'am.
These are some help that we do to our students every day, and just for students to help them understand what are 610 words, why are they scoring 6 bands or 7 bands in their speaking, and why not 8 and above. So because they're using words like tough, which could be replaced with daunting.
Yeah, this is writing is tough, ma'am. Writing is tough. Oh, you say writing is challenging, or you can say writing is daunting. So this is going to improve your. This is how you just simply improve your bands in vocabulary. Other words, yes, ma'am. Shy. I'm shy.
Shy, timid.
Yes, some of you are saying I'm shy. No, I'm timid.
I have
How do you say?
Yes, timid. Yeah. Introvert.
Yeah. Yes.
Peace, serenity.
Yes.
So there is this very famous question that what is that one place you like to go generally? So, a lot of people, a lot of students answer Gurudwara or a temple. Why? Because there is peace. No, it is a serene place. There is serenity.
It's a serene place. There is no peace, but the peace is within you, but the place is serene.
Yes, the
So
place is serene. Yes. Upset. I'm upset. It's very common. Just replace it with something which is uncommon. Internet is flooded with use uncommon words, but they don't say what. So in the classes, we discuss what are uncommon words. Say distraught. I am distraught by this particular situation. I am distraught with the number of coronavirus cases nowadays.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. So I think, no, but I'm not distraught because I'm really, really elated today because of the messages that we are receiving.
Responses.
However, I wouldn't say I'm distraught.
Yes.
I would say I am elated. Right.
Same here. And enormous. Something to replace it with big. And enormous. Humongous.
Enormous, humongous.
Colossal.
Yes, there are. Yes, humongous, mammoth, so many other words.
Yes, Manisha. If we start using it, she's asking, will it help? Of course it will.
Of course it will
This is
help.
what you're looking for. If you hire back. Yes.
A little bit of patience and a little bit of diligence.
Both. Diligence. And pushing yourself.
A little of diligence. I'm not going to say that a hard work, but I'll say a diligence.
And pushing yourself every day. Push yourself for that 1 month, only 1 month. Challenge yourself for 1 month. You are there. No, ma'am. Okay.
Yes.
Surprise.
Oh, so here we have the surprise for you all, which you are all waiting for today's session. And as you know, that speaking topics get revised every 4 months. The speaking topics get revised. So next month onwards, like from May onwards, expected Q cards from February to May are describe an aquatic animal, describe a time when you needed to use your imagination. Okay. So these are certain questions that you can have. Can you just, anyone who would like to say about, and someone would like to say, can we give them one question over here, one task over here? Deeksha, ma'am, what do you say?
Wild animal.
Wild animal? Yes. Talk about a
Ma'am,
wild animal. Have you seen a
have
wild
you?
animal?
Have you?
Oh yes, I saw a wild animal. When did I see it? I'll tell you. I saw a lion. Have you ever seen a lion? I have seen a lion in real.
I haven't. I can't talk about it. What should I do?
You know, when
I've never seen a lion live. What are you saying? Where?
Oh, it's all about talking about a wild animal. You haven't seen it? Haven't you ever seen it in a picture book, or haven't you seen it ever
In
in
the books.
on the
On
TV?
the TV. Yes.
Books
Children's
or the TV?
videos.
Never seen it? You have,
Yes.
right? So you just have to talk about that. Not everybody has
Experienced.
over here seen a lion.
Mm.
Lion are exclusive to Gujarat, the Gir.
Yes.
So not everybody been to Gir, but of course they have all watched them on TV.
Yes.
So when they ask you questions for which students say that, ma'am, what if I have not encountered that in real life? So what should we do when they have not encountered about that in real life? You can always create an answer. You were not there, but you can always create yourself a situation where you were there.
Can they lie?
The examiner
Ma'am, can they lie?
come there and check. Yeah, they can. Of course, they can create their answers. The examiner is not going to come there and ask them whether the answer was true, the false. Reality check is not going to be done.
It's all about being imaginative and using that imagination with the correct grammar, the correct vocabulary, and
it's about the language skill.
Language skill. Yeah, that's the whole test about. How
Masoom says bear is perfect wild animal for more ideas. Yes, you can talk about the bears. You can talk about any bear. You can talk about Winnie the Pooh.
Yes. See what a creativity.
You can talk about Winnie the Pooh. Yes.
Yeah.
And you can talk about in Mowgli you have Baloo.
Yes.
See, I have so many imaginations. You have to start thinking more.
Thinking more, and that thinking more.
So somebody wants.
Yes.
Somebody wants to say, describe a person. Okay, describe a short journey you often take but do not like, or you take but you did not like. So I saw flying lion. Where did you see flying lion? Oh, wow. Aquatic animal. Should we be talking about animals that live in water, or anything will do? No, then you have to talk about an aquatic
animals. Water.
Yes. Yes. Water animals. Any water animal that you know?
Any water animal?
Yes, elephants. You can talk about elephants even, Smita. Yes, we've seen elephants all around us.
We do. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so how, anything that you want to finish it, and
yes,
one thing.
So obviously this was the
challenge.
This was the challenge that we had for you. So we have talked about a challenge: 3 days listening to podcast for 3 days, and tell us how you felt in the 4th day. You want to talk about dolphin? Wow. I saw wild animals in zoo. Yes, exactly. We've all seen zoos and parks, national parks.
Imagination is flowing.
You would like to talk about a whale, a seal? Yes. A seal? Yes.
Imagination is flowing now. See, this is what happens in the class.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I should give you a high five to all of you all for being so awesome. Yeah, whale, dolphins and turtles, seals.
This is what happens in the classes when one starts speaking, the other starts speaking, and there is no ending.
Yes, Nalima. Yes. So you guys are rocking, because you already know what to speak. See? So how do you feel now? How do you feel?
How are you feeling?
So do you find that these tips are going to help you in 2021? These are the questions that you may come across from until May.
And there are more questions. There are more, which would be sharing in the classes.
Yes.
Or in the Telegram group.
Yes. So yes, so if there are any questions, we would like to answer your questions. So we can wait for their.
Yes.
Scared of reading? You don't have to be scared of reading. Just join our sessions and you won't be scared of reading anymore. You come across so many testimonials that you will find everywhere where people said that reading skills have improved once they joined LeapScholar. Yes, of course, Gopinath, you can say about, you can talk about, of course, you can talk about dolphins. Dolphins are aquatic animals. Some listening strategies for MCQ, Mansi, while you're listening.
There isn't
Take
one.
care, because the speaker is going for the question. And then you should start striking out the ones that is not about the question.
Elimination process.
And you'll get to the correct answer. So it's not a pressing, yes. Yeah, seriously, 2 years ago when I visited Jim Corbett, I have seen a tiger sitting near the tree. However, I was staring him. Wow, Manisha. So you have to talk about that. You've already created a wonderful sentence. I visited Jim Corbett. I have seen a tiger. I had seen a tiger. Yeah, 2 years ago when I visited Jim Corbett, I had seen a tiger sitting near the tree. It was sitting near the tree. Okay. However, I was staring. What were you doing? What should we do for topic of each section every day? What should we do topic of each section every day? I did not get your question, Ashima. Could you just rewrite what you're trying to say? Elephant is a wild animal. Yes. Just talk about them. Yep. Okay. Right. Yes. No words while speaking, but now I think I can join this. Of course, Julie, you will. I trust our words. You will definitely tell yourself that this was the best decision of your life. One of the best decisions of your life.
Somebody is asking it is topic for general or academic. Oh, I think we should tell them that speaking and listening are irrespective of whether you are sitting for general or academic. They're same.
Even reading in our classes, all the question types that we are doing are for both common for general as well as academic. However, the top content of the passage differs, but the entire strategy for reading would remain the same. So for our sessions are for academic. If you are general, you can join us for the rest of the things. However, we'll cover up all the academic things mostly.
Yes.
Yes, fluency is the most important thing, Masoom. However, content will make a difference to your answer.
Definitely.
Yes, you should practice everything. If you have time, give yourself 2 to 3 hours every day. If you have only a month in hand, just give yourself at least 3 hours a day. 3 to 4 hours, I would rather
3 to
say.
4 hours. Yes. That should be the dedication. And you will see the band scores. We want it. No, we want 8 bands. We don't want lesser than that. Let's challenge ourselves.
So Gopinath, all the best to you. We hope that you all score as per your desire.
Desired, yes. And all the best to everyone. And see you in the classes.
See you in the classes.
More.
Do not forget, we have 2-week batches and we have 4-week batches. Each are there to cater to your needs. Just find out what and when you are going to appear for the test, and you can join our sessions. How should we sign up? We have already sent a link in the chat. You can just check under the link, or you can just visit the website where you will find under the IELTS category, you will find all the classes that are being launched in this week. Thank you, Jamuna. Thank you, Ashma.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot for being there with us. And I'm sure you've taken back a lot. Next week, we'll see you again. With some more. Yes, with something more. Wait and watch.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
All the best.
All the best to you all.